What is a good amount of big, medium, and small islands in a world? Are you talking about like on a world map for like new players to consider going to? I'm not sure it matters, Reese. Like I wouldn't like in terms of islands specifically. Let's change it to like if you think about options. So when I think about new players in a campaign setting, for the first session or two, I give them the fewest number of options. Like usually in a campaign, in the first session together, there's going to be a clear and present danger, something that requires them sort of leaping to action. And the goal of it is to have sort of a fun, self contained dungeon or adventure that is going to basically get them working together, having fun, accomplishing something, and picking up leads for what's next. After that first adventure, which could take 1 or 2 or 3 sessions, it just depends on the campaign, then I'm going to open them up to usually no more than like a couple of choices. It's probably only until like it's not until like and when I say a couple of choices, I mean it now that that's done, there will be a couple of requests on the backside of that adventure of people in town who are like, hey, we're traveling out. We're going to be, we're going on a lumber haul, but the woods have been kind of spooky lately. Could you chaperone us? And somebody else is going to say, hey, to the south, we've been hearing stories about some orcs moving in. You guys should go help them out. I heard it's paying quite a bit. Just a couple of options that are going to generally point in different directions. I don't usually even provide a functional world map right away. Like even if I do, it's just for like context and like awareness of where they are in the world, but I'm not going to reference more than the town and the nearby roads until they get probably to like fourth or fifth level at least. And basically after each level up, the options before them are going to balloon. Now these aren't the options for solving things. This is just like where to go. And yeah, eventually, and I say eventually, like probably usually by fifth or sixth level, they have sort of like access to a whole lot more. Like the job boards are going to have a lot of places listed. Like there might be 6 or 7 or 8, depending on how many sort of big ideas that I have. Plus, they're going to have their own initiatives that they're going after and things that they want to track down. So it kind of depends. Like if they're beginner players, I would usually lean towards giving them fewer options, not because I don't want them to have options, but because you might it could inadvertently generate sort of like a paralysis of decision making, where they're not exactly sure what's best. That's why I say I like early on. I like when the choices start to show up. It's here's a noble goal, helping this family out to the north, and to the south, here's a job that'll pay, but maybe doesn't have any other acolytes except for that. Like, they're sort of deciding, and you're sort of learning about them. Like, is it money that they're after, or is it like building up rapport in the town and helping like a family with their local wares? And then once you find out which one their preference is, you can really turn the screws on that one. No, I mean kind of, but that also makes sense. Your first campaign was at a big C. Yeah. And that's fine. But the question is how many sort of like interactable things are seated on that map. Maybe it's a big map with a lot of places on it, but in actuality, there's only a couple of places that they've heard something about that they could travel to. And I say could travel to, like obviously they could just go, we want to just like sail north. And it's like, okay, this will be a fun game, right? But typically parties are pretty good in my experience about they're looking for what are the things with which the game sort of is encouraging us to interact, especially early on. People want to have fun stuff to do. What are their options? What are the things they can tackle, I guess.